Hi everyone. ¿Qué tal? All right. All right, you guys. So some cool things for us tonight. All right, you guys. So a lot is happening. Hey, a lot of people went to jail today. There's a lot of upgrades that we're going through. I just wanted to say that I did see this license plate the other day. Something's getting settled with bricks in Nigeria. Why would they do that? Because somebody exposed themselves about my divination board and playing with land rights. I'm sure I'm going to see that soon. I wanted to talk about something that I saw last night. Okay, that I think people should just be careful with. All right, and it says PKK 417. So this 417 is Mahini's birthday, but PKK is the Turkish, the PKK party, the Kurdistan Workers' Party. Yeah, so this is one of the things that was coming up with the different battles and things like that for land rights and all these type of things that got reactivated because of this. And then you guys see the fire that happened in Turkey, right? So, there's a lot going on, but I would just say for the most part, the general tone of disregard for humanity, the general like lack of regard for like children and human life, that's just done for on the planet. And some of you guys are coming to my channel like, what's this extreme stuff? Coming to find out that keep going back in videos, you're gonna keep watching, you're gonna see how it progresses, my tone progresses, the cussing progresses, the energy progresses, right? Because of what they did. So I have just a few updates. I'm going to do another proof of chaos, but those are just a few things that I wanted to show. hmm the former finance minister for Mozambique has been sentenced to jail. hmm The head of Libyan police arrested by Italy. Thank you so much. Right, that's really like the partnership that needs to be made for all of Middle East. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Another cast member, Days of Our Lives. All My Children, Days of Our Lives. General Hospital, all their the movie stars are dying. Are you paying attention? Wait, what is this? But the thing is, you have to understand those three TV shows, they're all connected ABC 7. That's what's like going on with this, right? So you just have to be careful. So there's a lot of stuff that's like going on here, with people getting caught up and a bunch of shit happening because individuals are getting wrapped up in drama. There's a group of individuals that are making Jana and they know they have to clean up because they saw Mecca flood. They saw everything happen. Like, just look how that started. And we're talking about rain here. And we were singing SWV. And the next thing you know. So, people are studying, they're getting insight, they're getting secrets, all kinds of stuff is happening. So, go with the flow. So, we always have big things that we're picking up and finding. I got this for free. I think this is super dope. Yeah. And then look at the back. I actually have a dress that looks like that. Yeah, black woman speaking Spanish. Look at this. Cancer stick. ¿Fumas? ¿Tienes fuego? ¿Vendes zafiros? ¿Te sobra un faso? ¿Te puedo deber un falo? Okay, very interesting. We're going to be practicing playing Spanish. It's like short code Spanish. It's just kind of fun, this book. It's already Spanish. So learning about curse word and slang, stuff like that. I think that this is dope. Yeah, it's like some people should learn it, then you work your way up in learning the syntax of a broken language, right? So, because Spanish is a problem. So, let's just keep on going. I did want to say that there's going to be something that comes up on my channel, a few things, right? So, let me just go ahead and we'll go ahead and put the list out here for what we're going to get into tomorrow. And then I have a song for the non-white community because I love country. Okay. So the song that I have for you guys, because now we listen to music. And it's all in my head. I think about it over and over again. Yeah, Nelly, he has country music. So thank you so much. And I just want to tell Nelly, I don't know if he watches my channel, I hope he does. But there was a time that I remember when I first heard that song. I was actually reading this book. You would never ever believe me. You'll probably think that I'm hyping shit, all kinds of stuff. But I know who I am and I know the relationship that I have with my higher self and God. Plus, you can go scan the Akasha too. I'll approve it. I first heard that song and it created like a time loop in my mind because I was reading the book, The Story of Jane Pittman. And it was at that time where if you read the book, she had picked up the baby and like we have to go on our own. The story of Jane Pittman is the lady that she got freed from slavery when she was a child and she lived to be like hundreds of years old. And she saw all of it. She saw all the slavery. She saw all of it. All of it. hmm And I remember when I was a kid, I was reading that book and just like the scenery was popping in my head. I don't know, listening to country music and just, I just want to tell you that's the first time I ever heard that song. And I cried because I was like reading her story and thinking about the countryside. And wow. And just like, so I just want to say thank you, Nelly. So anyways, you guys are gonna like that song. Now, another thing that's about to get started here, woo, is about that divination board. Another round of bricks and brinks, right? The this karmic has a Russian housemate, and I might link with the Russian, how like David or Ruffin, right? And then also too, there's something going on in Afghanistan. I just wanted to tell you guys, okay, it's unfortunate, but there's some things that are going to get worked out, right? Especially with this talks of Bacha Boss coming out. Okay. One of the things is certain people need to get caught up, and then also too, there's you guys heard the Taliban was like, okay, there's restrictions being removed for education for women. That's something I needed to pull up in my phone. Yeah, the Taliban, they put that out because everyone has gone to go make Jannah. So, one of the things I'm going to give you tonight for study, for those of you guys that are making Jannah, is one of the original stories of the prophet, and it comes with another pattern to go ahead and knit down. And a surah that you can read in to start the story contemplation is like Surah 28. Okay. Now, one of the things here is you say about the prophet. One of the prophets in Islam is cursed. You get this fake story of Bilal playing games with separating in the Quran. But the thing here is when you say the name of the prophet, it's the name of all the prophets that wrote Quran. That's not a bad thing. It's just someone said, I'm going to be the only one and take the attention. This is where you get him, unfortunately, breaking his craft and creating things like Ibn Sal, geometry, Euclidean or Arabic. It's just what substance space, right? You're going to be playing in to make different computations to play with bullshit. Right. So this is like what he lost. And there's a story about him in the Quran about how he was once a prophet, but he wanted to be the highest one. Why? Because, they say in Islam, don't drink just alcohol, spirits, gin. But somebody was playing his divination channel over mate, 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 and I can be the wife and I can be the one. That's why they say that because of how he fell. Right. So this is a little bit, and these are some of the secret passages where you guys are going to be walking through the portals. Like I never even knew that, right? But yeah, so this is where like, okay, we get to the study, aha, and then as you're knitting, you get to find the name of all the original prophets, and then they have a gift for you. Like, hi, this is the gift that I have for you. This is a journey that I have for you, and that's a great thing. By the time you finish your cap, you've been through how many battles? How many like journeys? How many new surahs have you brought down? And that's where you guys are gonna go and find your gifts. Like, okay, that's okay, wow, right? Because when this is the thing between the fight was Shiite and Sunni, and just like the original people that started that played with all the original prophets and played with their families and started a bunch of things, right? But one of the things that they can't get away from is that just even though they did that, the intention of the religion is still there. The intention of the system is still there. Like even people realize, like, okay, the Bible's written in English, Protestant Reformation, so there's a different like aspect and reality that I need to go deeper into to bring more of the story out. There was a whole lot more going on. Even with Job, there's something with spell work going on in there too, and baby mamas in your conflict, and umbilical cord, and umbilical cord, and umbilical cord in food. So and playing with sheeps. So now, what's gonna happen here is those things we don't. It's just around my look. Let's get out of here. So what we're gonna move forward, and it's like, oh, okay, aha, that's such a beautiful thing for you guys to all go and connect, and go have time with. Now go upload people to virtual reality to go find out, and then you'll see. These are just how you guys are gonna be going through your own journeys to look at. Look at the gym that came on you. Now you can see who fell and who didn't because you're gonna see everyone rush, right? And some of you guys are like, okay, like that's now I see, but this is how one of the things too that some people try to do is make a specific zodiac for Islam. It's of the different prophets. Like that's not really like what happens. It's like the prophets like give different like tasks and things like that. They even had them for each other, things like that, right? So you know, this is a great thing. This is also too with the Kaaba needing to spin the other way. That one we know, right? Just that's just physics. Like okay, spiral. And this is also too like it's the intention though. See, and your intention will always trump that of like people trying to, misuse or abuse things that other people don't know about. Like there's certain things like that, like, oh, you don't know about this, so I can like try to abuse your consciousness to power something up or whatever. That doesn't work. So this prophet that fell, his story, they have Judas Iscariot, in the Bible, so there's always like a lesson of somebody that fell, so let's just keep on going. You guys read the Bible, you find different names of different prophets, like they're written in different languages. You will even find them written in like names like Idrigorep, you know, Idrigorep, right? You'll hear names like Neferteret, it prophets too in the Bible outside of the 12 apostles, so this is, and then also the female apostles, right? Because you guys even know this is the name of is in the Bible. They say Yeshua. He had a high priestess that he was like working with things like that, and Mary Magdalene, that they didn't want her coming around, or a few things. Now, there's something too with her being associated with miracles. Mhm. And I remember when I went to Benjamin Banneker's farm. Yeah. hmm hmm Um, hmm Not necessarily the Virgin Mary, but she was a high priestess. It was Peter and Paul that didn't want her to come to play because there's something that's going to come out with Cyborgia, and it came out in Hamlet. So there's something too with the Bible being connected to Shakespearean bullshit. That's also something too for the Quran because it's going to lead you to Dante's Inferno. Now, this is where you start to find like a whole new realm of Quran. Like, whoa, like, okay, these are deep battles and stuff like that that we're learning about because look how the jinn is working. Look what we need to be learning, strengthening our deen. Okay, now I see what you've been doing. You're starting all the shit. Italy, I didn't forget you either because they have their hand in it playing with the Medicis and all that. Back then, there was a war between Islam and the Italians because they were playing games with spaceships and starting shit with Zodiac and playing with Spellwork and playing with laughing gas and sulfur, right? And impregnating air. Mhm. So then you have Cesar Borgia from Spain, and this is where you have the Moors, black people that were in Islam, reading Quran and things like that, but also they spoke Spanish because they were in Spain. And this is where you get Agraduswai and the connect with Islam and a few Spanish like priests, because you can even see it in the community. Yeah, I look Middle Eastern, but I'm Spanish, but I'm Middle Eastern, but you look Spanish, or I'm Middle Eastern and I look Spanish. Something like that is going on, right? And just like we have the Igbo community and Kiawane and them, this is gonna get started too, and somebody's gonna get caught in the middle with coriander. So, these are the type of stories like and study that the kids are going to get to go into and look new talking to masjid. So let's talk about Dante's Inferno and why they said that the prophet went to the Duat. That's Dante's Inferno, but they never told you what happened, and then they put the name of the prophet in that and then played with magic with a bad zodiac placement. And that's how they started the first round of Islamophobia. And this you can find out in history. It's like very interesting, especially if you look in like you know, certain like when you say Islam history, right? There's different continents that took, on the faith. They had their own involvement. How was that getting spread out? Are you sure we just did not know from space because our team was just leading us there, right? So, these are the type of things that you guys want to go and study. I'm giving you guys a gift because you guys are cleaning up and you're, making Jannah. So, now like, okay, we get into it like, okay, wow, this is a very interesting thing. Ethiopia is going to keep on coming in and out, weaving throughout this because literally it's something that was weaved in and out. And then something falls down, and then we get out of like silos and differentiation and into like, okay, look, we can enjoy each other's like culture and have more and learn more and look at this great thing that a book that's supposed to teach you about God is also teaching you about your business and teach you how not to get involved with hoes and teach you how to avoid umbilical cord in staff luncheons. So let's keep on going, right? So, that's what I wanted to go have for you. So everyone has their personal journey, how they're going to start this with the names of the prophets. and bringing them all out. But now you guys get to see, like, okay, this type of work that they were trying to do to create this and that, and that in Dante's Inferno is one thing that they continue to try to pull on, like in secret conversations to start this and that. And they were going to pull on it again with Bible paper and fake Quran paper to start this and that. But then again, in what holy language would you be able to write a Shaitan story? So, right? So this is like, okay, Dante's Inferno. You guys, I don't know, Dante Alighieri. They call it the Divine Comedy. Dante is Inferno, and he went to purgatory. Like, okay, I'm in limbo. Like, I'm not really dead. I'm just seeing what hell is like. What the fuck? Wow, that's not about to happen to me. And in there, they say that when one of the deepest realms that the Prophet of Islam is there. For creating Islam, that's not the truth. It's because he wanted to battle, and that's what they're trying to hide. And this has something to do with Royal Society in the UK, right? And people that thought they were getting secret books and things like that to play with their people and play with Palestine. So these are the things that we're unraveling to show, like, oh, okay. And then it keeps on building more people in Wallahi's army to see that you were building Shaitan in my mind the whole entire time, playing with the fact that we're eating certain foods, right? Because we're on the planet, the soil network is shattered, that type of thing. And you guys heard about that. And then putting stuff through the sky. And then we celebrate, Eid, Ramadan and things like that. And people are not eating. We're all on the same schedule as a whole culture of people. And you're playing with the work, biochemical pathways, and then feeling sleepy at certain times, drinking water. You never know. People eating at different time zones, all kinds of stuff. Your body adjusts. Mhm. So let's keep on going. Yeah, Donald Trump, he's making Jenna. Yeah, look at U.S. investor. Somebody's gonna go make Jenna, so I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah, and then look at this. I don't know which one I should show first. The fact that Elon Musk is getting set up and he's gonna find out about it. Um, so that's how you've been making your assets because you're not making anything in tech because you're playing with Daisy. Or the fact that I saw this today. Thank you, Kayla. Yeah, Slytherin. I'm making Jenna right, and I told you Slytherin's gonna be a tour. It's just Slytherin. That's it. It's gonna be a human rights tour. Oh, how much do you need? How many claims do they say? Wow. Mhm, mhm, mhm. So yeah, okay. Yeah, they did. The Trump administration they canceled 16,000 flights. Some people though, you already know where to go. Be careful who you get involved with to get your paperwork. They're trying to bring out an organization because their entire board is full of cyborgia. And this whole thing of bringing ops to America and the chaos that it created. Yeah, look, do you see though? But it's because of what they did though. It's unfortunate. It's just a few families that they used to play with everyone. Also, I did want to say this. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, well, there's a lot more going on. Yeah, Georgia fire chief shot dead after he went to go help a couple who hit a deer. That sounds like hocus pocus. Like, oh, he's here. Where are bullets? Yeah, she got hit. How is this happening? I'm making Jenna, and then, hey, yeah, God, out of all this chaos, yeah. And I was talking about playing with people's kids, and I found this book, What to Expect the First Year. I found a book for the babies. I just donated it to an organization. Hmm. Yeah, getting ready for the art run. Yay. Yeah. Ooh, this one, yeah. Somebody got their house firebombed playing in the mission. Playing with Martha for papers, selling your own people for boxes of tomatoes for a business. Brazil, we're not done. Zanksa is going to come up. This 413 keeps on starting now. Now you guys want to start this? Our stories, Daisy. My family, Daisy. My parents putting me on drugs, Daisy. This dude is right here. Police burst into Utah home to find man stabbing his parents to death. Then they fatally shoot him. Our stories. Yeah, there's something going on here with the family knowing about a few things with their clunkler. There's going to be justice here. So, anyways, you guys, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so go off and, enjoy this information, enjoy this study. All right. Have a good night.